Okie dokie, let's go ahead and jump some rank games with a random character and see what we're going to get today. And it looks like we are playing the PYROMANCER. We do start off with Amid Wells with our offering ball, and Amid Wells is going to give us a bunch of spikes. Now we're definitely going to need to grab a weapon, that's for sure. I want to grab the Hellpot to go for Shelly, because Shelly with Amid Wells is nuts. So I'm going to be taking it. Let's take the banana, let's take our garlic. I want to roll once, looking for Shelly, and that is crazy value. So we want to be offering up 7 gold with our offering ball. We can keep our gemstone, or we can sell it to go ahead and grab ourselves a whetstone. Offer that up. That's going to be 4 golds, and we can offer up a banana if we want to keep these items for now as well. And it's literally 7 gold, which we're going to be trying to go for some amulets like our Amulet of Wells. So with that, I'm going to venture on with this. We got our Hellbot, we got some spikes, and we should be able to deal some damage with our broom, but we would have liked to grab a second weapon for sure. But can we take on this adventure? Maybe. They're rocking potentially Hero Sword, but they don't have a whole lot of damage either. So overall, amazing. Now, what are we going to get from this? Something potentially awesome. Can we go back and keep our whetstone? Because we could go for that big old burning blade. Should we still try? Let's go ahead and take our healing herbs with the stone, with the flame, and you know what? Let's roll. Let's take our storage, and let's go ahead and craft up our Shelly. Shelly's going to be too important not to craft up. For now though, we could get rid of our regen with our Hero Sword, which honestly might be too crazy. Because I do want to keep our regen, because we could end up going for a Hunger Blade type situation, which does use up our regen. That's exactly 7 gold, which is definitely what we wanted. Let's get going once again. I'm going to offer this stuff up. Now, is it going to be good enough to take on this mage? They do have an Amulet of Feasting with no food items. You got a Magic for Dummies with 2 wands, and once they get some mana, they're going to start stacking up a ton of max life. And after that 5 seconds, everything starts to go faster, but we might have been able to beat them out before they got some craziness going. But hey, once you get Amulet of Darkness, which is amazing. And I really do want to go for a Burning Blade, because we want to go for dragons with the Amulet of Darkness, because dragons do deal effect damage. And we did get Slime Time. Should we go for Slime Time? Go for some Gooberts. It's been a while since I played Slime Time PYROMANCER. We can go for a bunch of Heat Gooberts, which could be kind of fun actually. I'm not going to end up taking it today. Let's take our tiny little goblins. Is there anything else we want? Nothing really on sale, so I'm going to roll once. Let's take our storage since it is on sale, and I kind of want to go and take a whetstone. Am I crazy for that? Maybe. I do want to grab ourselves a big old banana. Let's take our stone, and I do want to roll once. And I kind of want to go for Falcon Blade actually. Falcon Blade into Heat Gooberts could be kind of amazing actually. Now I don't really want to be offering up our banana, but again I want to be trying to go for 7 gold worth of items. And if we take out our banana, we're not going to be able to get it, because I do want to keep our whetstone as well to try and go for that Falcon Blade, as well as our Amulet of Darkness being in a crazy worse position. It also means we're going to have to take out our piggy bank, which is not ideal either. And I kind of want to sell 2 flames to go ahead and grab a bit of storage so we can actually set this up a lot better for ourselves. So I think I'm just going to rock on with this. We're going to craft up our Gooberts. We got our Amulet of Darkness in here to deal a little bit more damage. We're going to trigger Amulet of Wells on our Shelly. We didn't craft up our Turbo Shelly, which we probably should have done as well. But I do want to grab her a little bit of storage. Turbo Shelly would be stacking up her heat also. But can our little goblins keep us alive to let our spikes do a little bit of chip damage? Our opponent also has spikes. We did have that spicy banana for tons and tons of heals. But can we still run out? Because it's not looking too bad. And one more second. Hell yeah, we can. Amazing even. And what are we going to get? Okay, another Stun Attack. I will gladly take. Let's go ahead and grab our wooden sword. Let's go ahead and craft up this Hero Sword. We could have crafted up 2 Burning Blades by now. Let's go ahead and grab our gloves. Let's grab a Heats. Let's roll once. Bike Stones are going to take, which we're just going to be offering up. I do still want to grab the big old banana once again though. And right now we're going to move on with this. We're going to offer up our bag stones, which he's not going to do a whole lot for us anyway. I'm going to offer up this gemstone, and yeah, we're going to keep everything else. We're going to try to activate our Goobert as fast as possible by having a weapon situation like this. We could go for Steel Goobert, but I do want to go for Falcon Blade with a bunch of Heat Gooberts and just go turbo stacking heat like there's no tomorrow. Our opponent does have a hammer with some crit chance. This could be kind of scary. They're going to be scaling up some max life and stamina with the level up. But can we outsurvive our opponents? If they stun us, definitely not. Without that stun though, we actually would have healed up enough to win out. But hey, that's also freaking Flame Up. Flame Up Goobert could be kind of nice. Let's take our storage, let's take our banana, let's roll like crazy to find ourselves some gloves. Although, let's change my mind, let's go ahead and grab you to see what it's going to be. An Amulet of Alchemy, a big ol' yikes. Definitely big ol' yikes. Let's sell one banana to keep rolling. Island for some scaling damage would be kind of nice, but I'm going to keep rolling because I do really want to go for our gloves. I'm going to move on with this. I'm going to have our gloves target our broom along with our banana. I'm going to be offering up our Amulet of Alchemy. And we do got our Turbo Shelly triggering off our Amulet of Wells to stack up some heat for us. Stack up some heat, give us your heals, and just allow us to deal more damage. Our opponent does have a Hunger Blade, Wits, and Ilam, so the longer the fight goes on, the harder it is going to be to beat our opponents. But we still managed to win out. Not too bad. Yeah, that's going to be our Chili Gooberts. It does trade up our Amulet of Alchemy to an Amulet of Fortune. Let's take our Chili Pepper. Let's take our Snowballs. Let's roll again. That's a Gooberts. And again, I want to go for Falcon Blade, but that is crazy not to take. Now, we could keep our Snowballs, or we can offer them up, because we could go Cryomancer with our Falcon Blade once we do get it. I actually do want to keep it really badly. Am I done for it? Maybe. Let's get going once again. Let's get our Chili Goobert crafted up so we get crazy amount of heats. We do slow down our opponent with double snowballs. And yeah, we're going to go for a Cryomancer type Falcon Blade, potentially awesomeness. We should be able to try and get as much heat as possible. Once we get our Chili Goobert, it's going to be stacking up more and more heat for us. And the faster we get our heat, the faster we activate our Gooberts, the more heat we stack up. It's going to be nice. It's definitely going to be nice. The only thing that's not going to be nice is not offering up things with our offering bow. But hey, not too bad taking on this Ranger. Amazing even. Now we could try to go for Rainbow Gooberts. Let's just take our Gooberts. Let's roll. And it literally gives us a Mana Orb. Let's take our tiny little Goobling. Rogue Pot could be kind of amazing too, but I'm not going to be taking it. That's our Falcon Blade. That's an extra Gooberts. And here's where it's going to become tricky, because I do want our Gooberts in, but I also just want to craft up our Falcon Blade. And I think we're just going to venture on with this. Or do we want to roll? I think we just venture on. We venture on. We have our Amulets of Fortune in this spot, targeting our Amulet of Darkness. I'm also trying to inflict some blind on our two opponents. And that's a lot of freaking twines, which means a lot of max life stacking potentially. And opponent does have Slime Time with some little Gooblings. But we're getting our heat stacked up. With our heat stacked up, our Turbo Shelly does activate a little bit faster with our Slime Time. And can we win out? It's looking a bit dicey. Our opponent does have a lot of damage right now. And unfortunately, just not enough. Just not enough. But we do get a Falcon Blade right now. And I did say I wanted to go Cryomancer. So hell yeah, I'm going to be taking it. It does give us an Ice Armor, which is possibly terrible, to be honest. So I'm going to roll. Let's grab more storage. We could go for a Mana Orb. But I don't necessarily really want it. Let's take more storage. Let's keep going. All I want to find is Chili Peppers, and that is a Snowmaster for 9 gold. It will give us Empower. Let's tell you though. 9 gold is nuts. I'm not going to take Snowmaster, even though it will give some power. Definitely not. I'm thinking about offering up our Amulets of Darkness. I'm also going to have our Amulet of Fortune down beside our Frozen Flame, because that is going to increase crit chance. And I still want to keep rolling to try and grab ourselves more Chili Gooberts. But I think we move on once again. Yeah, I'm going to be offering up this stuff. We'll see how we get on. Can we get our heat stacked up to scale up our crits? For each bit of luck, or each bit of cold, it's going to scale up our crits, give us crit damage, and we're going to be slowing down our opponents. But is 2 Chili Gooberts going to be incredibly fast for us? Maybe. Our opponent does have a Katana to reduce a lot of our buffs, which could be problematic. They also cleanse some of that coals with a Shelly themselves. And right now they do have the potential to win out. Once they drop below 50% HP, this Katana is going to be going pretty fast. And they're starting to deal some big old damage, because that Katana is going to be scaling up damage too. But our Turbo Shelly coming in clutch, keeping us healthy, but it's not going to be enough. Definitely not going to be enough. And what a crazy unique to get. The Artifact Stone Coals. Yeah, I'm going to be gladly taking that. Now, unfortunately, I do want to keep rolling. We could go for the Ripsaw Blade. We probably do want to grab our unidentified Amulet. But let's go ahead and grab our tiny bit of storage. The only problem is our double gooberts do need some activators on each side. Because a super slow turbo shell is not going to be good enough. We do have a spell called Frostbolts, which is going to be nice. So we should be able to inflict a lot of colds really fast. 25% crit chance. And we do need some sort of scaling damage for our Falcon Blade. Some eye lamps could go a long way. Because super fast heat is not going to be so great with no damage scale. Our Falcon Blade is going to stack up a lot of cold on our opponent though, since we're going to be getting lots and lots of heat, and it's going to go crazy, which is actually looking like a lot of fun. The 1000-degree Falcon Blade Chili Goobert situation with lots of cold stacking, amazing. Yeah, we really need some sort of scaling damage. Now we could take Nourish Please, just so we can survive to get our buffs online, get our debuffs stacked up. I'm thinking very, very strong about it. Full body protection doesn't make too much sense. Power of the Moon to get some max life stacking could be kind of nice. But let's take a Nourish Please. That's another Chili Pepper. That's another spell called Frostbolts, which is temporary colds. But I'm going for triple Chili Gooberts. Triple Chili Gooberts. Let's take our spell called Frostbolts. We're going to place that in. Let's go ahead and grab our storage. And yeah, this is starting to get some wildness going. We do need some activators though for our Gooberts. Not just our Falcon Blade. But a third Chili Goobert is going to scale up our heat even faster. It's going to give us more heals. And the faster we hit, the faster we get our artifact stone cold to apply a bunch of colds. And the more we scale up our crit chance. That's 32 cold on our opponent, 42 colds. It's not looking too bad. Our opponent does have a Freeman's Guide to Ice. Trying to inflict some cold on us as well. But hell yeah. Amazing actually. And that's our next Chili Goobert. We could take a Glowing Crown. It's a nice little activator. Does give some heals. Let's take this for now. It's another Amulet of Fortune. Actually kind of smashing. But let's take you. Let's roll once. Let's go and grab more storage as well. Freeing this up, and then we can offer up our Maneki, which I'm kind of down for. Because at least with 2 of our Amulets of Fortunes, we're going to be able to scale up our crits relatively easily. So right now, each bit of colds is going to be nearly 2% crits. So that means we only have to stack up 50 cold to have 100% crits instead of 100. Well, almost 100 cold. So almost 58% crit chance with 24 cold, which is crazy. But again, we do need some scaling damage. Your opponent is inflicting a lot of poison with a perfect emeralds. So this poison could be potentially pretty bad for us. But we got a crazy amount of heat, and we do need our Turbo Shelly to start going nuts, cleansing that poison. That poison is going to start chipping us down, but that's a lot of heals. And you know what? This is actually looking kind of amazing. Definitely so. Wait, what to get? Now, Pineapple could be some scaling spikes for us. Prismatic Orb could be some scaling damage for us. Because it will be just a bunch of buffs. I kind of do want to take it. It's a lot of gold. But how about another Chili Pepper? Let's take it. I'm going to sell this to go ahead and actually grab this Prismatic Orb. Maybe this might be crazy. But I'm going to add it in. I'm going to add it in because it will be some buff stacking. The faster we get our heat, the faster we do activate this, especially being beside our Falcon Blade. Or we can scale up our buffs, being our power, being our vampirism, and just being relatively awesome. Because we have no scaling damage on our Falcon Blade whatsoever. We just have infinite heat, infinite cold stacking, and we might be able to smash up because of that. Now our opponents is rocking a lot of heat, counteracting our cold just a little bit. We're going to have a lot of scaling damage with the Steel Gooberts. We have 120 heats, 67 colds, and amazing. Now one thing we could do is try to lamp our Falcon Blade. But I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do that. Let's take our Summon Sack. Fanfare could be a nice way to scale up our damage potentially. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it for now. I'm going to roll again. Another Maneki. I'm going to actually just straight up offer up. Let's roll it one more time. Now Frostbite will be damage, and maybe we want to get rid of our Falcon Blade for it, but our Falcon Blade is crazy with our Chili Peppers. So anything else we want, we could take the Holy Armor to go for Sun Armor straight away, or we could take it to go for Corrupted Armor, and we can stop our opponent from cleansing that cold, because one way we're going to lose is if we don't stack up that cold. I'm going to roll, however, and that is an Ice Dragon. How about we just add an Ice Dragon for more DPS? Sounds amazing. I'm down for it. Let's grab our tiny bit of storage. We probably want to grab ourselves this Unidentified Amulet. And let's get moving on. Our opponent is rocking a double axe. There's going to be a lot of scariness, especially since they have the Shepherd's Crook as well. They're going to be resisting a lot of cold. We got tons of block. We got lots of heat. We should be able to speed up our heat incredibly fast. We should be able to get our buffs from our Prismatic Orb. This double axe is doing lots and lots of damage, but can our Gooberts keep us healthy? That double axe is starting to deal some big old damage, and unfortunately we do end up falling short. What have we got for us? A freaking flute. Let's grab our storage. Let's grab our Ice Dragon. And now the thing is, I want our Artifact Stone Cold in this spot. Definitely so. Never ever ever want to offer up our Ice Dragon. That would be crazy bad for us. Do we want to keep our flute? Because our flute would give us luck as well as block. Maybe. I'm going to venture on with this for now though. This should be kind of smashing. And we'll see how we face a Corrupted Armor with a Prismatic Sword. They're going to be trying to inflict a lot of buffs. Debuffs, I mean. And that's a lot of blind on us. Decreasing our actually by quite a bit. Because if you can't hit, we can't deal damage. And if they stack up a lot of cold, if they stack up a lot of blinds, a lot of poison, we're going to be in huge, huge trouble, that's for sure. And unfortunately, it's not looking too great for us. Definitely, definitely not. Down to our final life, which is pretty darn scary. I'm going to grab you another Amulet of Fortune. I do like quite a bit. But let's roll. An Ice Block. Let's grab a bit of storage. I'm not going to take it. Let's actually grab this too. I want to speed up our Ice Dragon. Let's sell our flute. Let's sell you too. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves another fanfare. Because the faster we get these, the more buffs we do remove from opponents. So it should be kind of nice actually. And let's roll one more time. Or should we go for a second Prismatic Orb? No, I'm down for it. I'm definitely going to be down for it. Let's move on. I'm not going to take another Goobert though. Now we'll see how we get on. Facing a Lightsaber. With a Sun Armor, they're going to be cleansing that colds. Potentially. A lot of blind on us too though to get some invulnerability. We've stacked up a lot of cold though. We got lots of heats. Our Ice Dragon should be going relatively fast, dealing some big old damage. And it's looking much, much better than the previous round. Definitely so. Now, should we take our points and run with this setup? Honestly, this might be a time where we might want to. This is a crazy fun build, but the DPS is going to be relatively low. Relatively low, but the heals is going to be almost 60 heal per second. Which is actually not bad with triple Chili Gooberts. Over heals, no max health gain, and in terms of block, almost 200 block. It's actually not bad a build. With pretty decent defenses, not gonna lie. I did say I want another Prismatic Orb. I'm also going to slightly place this down a little bit. I'm going to sell our Shining Shells. And a Flame to go ahead and grab you too. And how many Amulet of Fortunes does it want to give us? That's insane. Let's sell our Piggy Bank to roll one more time. And I mean, we would end up losing out on a lot of block. We have an Amulet of Fortune in beside our Frozen Flame. But is that going to matter too much? Honestly, it does matter quite a bit because we do need to be going fast. But we do need time to scale up our damage. Scale up our debuffs. Let's roll one more time. You being on sale, I will actually want to take because we can slot it in over Turbo Shelly. And also one flame to go ahead and grab ourselves a Protected Little Purse for a tiny bit more block. And let's get moving on once again. Now we are facing another Prismatic Sword inflicting debuffs. We've got quite a bit of cold in our opponents. We just need to keep it going fast. Stop our opponent from inflicting blinds. Just slow them down by snail's pace. We've got a crazy amount of heats. And you know what? This is actually looking incredibly awesome. With 76 colds, we do have a 100% crit chance. And amazing. Now let's go ahead and grab this. This is going to give some crits. But it's not going to be too great for us. It will be a nice activator for Goobert, which is why I wanted to take it. We could have also went for Box of Riches and look for some blue gemstones to inflict even more cold onto our opponents. We could go for Paradise Burb to duplicate some of the buffs we do get as well. A Crow will be kind of nice in this build, and holy moly, this could be insane if we play this right. So what we're going to do with our Ice Dragon is place him down below. We can fit this in here as well. And all we need is mana. We just need any sort of mana generation. We got Amulet of Fortune for days, so we can actually inflict an insane amount of cold. Go crazy. So I'm going to roll. Oh no, that's a helmet to reduce our damage taken. That's also mana generation right now. What am I talking about? We have two fanfares. We have loads and loads of mana generation. Helmet for more damage reduction. I do kind of want to take it. It is only for 3 seconds, but it will help us out quite a bit. Now I think to get the proper use of our Ice Flower, it needs to be in here. Which means we're going to lose some scaling crit chance onto our Falcon Blade. But this Ice Flower has been a crazy item to get. honestly. I think though I'm going to take her helmet. I'm going to take that little bit of damage reduction. Free Sky Dice would help stack up more colds. But we want to keep our mana for our Ice Flower, especially having 2 Hands of Fortune on it. It's going to go to 39% and then another 9%, so it should be about 48% chance on hit to inflict even more cold. So it's going to be 3 hit colds, potentially 6 cold per hit on a Falcon Blade that attacks twice. Yeah, this should be insane amounts of cold. Let's roll one more time and let's just move on. This Ice Flower is amazing. So we'll definitely see how we get on with this. Are we going to be able to inflict a lot of colds? Our opponent does have a Hammer Curse Dagger action. And right now we got 20 colds. It's not looking too bad. The opponent does have healing reduction by 50%, so we're not going to be healing as much. We have slowed him down by quite a bit. But we don't have as much heat either. However, 88 cold, 86 colds, and amazing. 80 colds, do we still have 100% crit chance? Yeah, we definitely do. It's down from 1.9 to 1.7. Unfortunately, I did get my maths a bit wrong. It is up to 39% chance. I was calculating these as 30%, which is not right. And we finally got ourselves a freaking eye lamp for some scaling damage on our Falcon Blade. But I think it's a little bit too late for that. Although we could take the eye lamp for our Ice Dragon. I'm gonna take it. Let's roll. Let's take the Protectable Purse. Let's add that in so we get some more damage on our Ice Dragon. And I would gladly take this too. Add in our Chili Pepper for just a little bit more heat. Final Box of Riches, which I'm not going to be taking. Another Wonky Snowman, which I do actually want to take really badly. I'm going to sell all these items to potentially grab it. One more Flame. Anything else we can sell? Actually, not really. So we can't afford to grab it. I'm going to roll once more. Prismatic Orb will be kind of nice as well. Let's go and take a set of blueberries. That way you get some mana generation on top of our mana generation. Let's take a tiny bit more block, 15 more block from the get-go. And this is it. This is going to be our final builds. Honestly, what a crazy fun build to go for a Falcon Blade, triple Chili Goobert into a Frozen Flame, into an Ice Flower combo. So we're going to be inflicting a lot of colds. Are we going to be able to win out? We'll have to see. So we don't have a crazy amount of damage either. Now we are facing a max life stacking Thornbloom Mage. With double Badgers, with Owlspear Companions, they got crazy Prismatic Orbs. Lost my train of thought because these will be insane as Prismatic Orbs. Because it would give a ton of Empower. Now they already have 16 Empower. But we do stop them from scaling up so much max life with our Snowballs. And adding in more Snowballs, they actually would have a crazy start less max life stacking. So maybe sell one of our items to grab that would have helped us out quite a bit in this final fight. We both have no Resplease, so we're going to be taking a lot less damage. And we do got 60 cold on them. They do have quite a bit of max life, they're dealing some big old damage. And if they hit us again, we could be in trouble, so we do need to heal up quite a bit. Is it going to be enough to win out though? 77 cold, our opponent is reflecting some cold back on us, but we almost have 100 heats. And we'll see, because our dragon is starting to deal some big old damage. It's looking super close, but hell yeah, we do manage to win out. And honestly, what a fun build. Is it the best build in the world? There's definitely other builds that could be crazy, but we still actually had a 90 DPS being a Falcon Blade doing 1000 damage, with Ice Dragon doing 20 DPS on top of it. In terms of heals, we did manage to get about 60 heal per second, so it's actually not bad whatsoever. 60 heal per second, and on top of it with another 235 block. Now in terms of colds, our Ice Flower managed to inflict 35 extra colds, along with a Frozen Flame and Artifact Stone cold, so we applied a lot of cold with these three by themselves. But anyways, we did strive with 2 lives left. Let's go and see just how much rank points we manage to get. Plus 20, ranking us back up to Masters, and what a build to get us there again. But hey, I'm going to leave it here for now. Just want to say thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, or even subscribe, and I hope to look over the next one. And see you next time. Now, can we deal with this Deeper Guardian cheesy Scalper? The good news is there's no heat stacking except for big old spicy mana, which is going to be a lot of heat stacking. So what am I talking about? Now that has been buffed. However, they're going to be getting some max life stacking, but that's a crazy amount of colds. They have no cold reduction, no ways to cleanse it, and we're just going to run free then. Hell yeah. Now can we deal with Burning Blade Dragons? Because they're going to do crazy damage from the get-go. Can we survive this? We'll have to see, because we got a lot of block. Give us time to get our heat stacked up, especially with our False Life, or No Rush please. Wrong skill. Is going to allow us to survive for that few seconds to get our cold stacked up. And you know what? Amazing. And finally, can we deal with a Crossblades, Blue Sage's Collar, Bloodthorn, Crit with Staff Adventure? They got their own Ice Dragon. They're going to be reflecting some of the cold back at us. And we'll see, can they keep up with it? Or can we keep up with them? Right now, no, it's a lot of cold on our opponents. They do got some poison, they do got some cold on us, but almost got 70 heats. That's really not looking too bad for us. Our Falcon Blade's starting to deal some big old damage with the amount of power we do get. And amazing.